Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Y'all, low-key, didn't even plan on going live today, but I woke up so late. Like, I legit woke up about 3.5 to 4 hours late than the time I usually do, but I'm not tripping because I was tired and I feel well rested. Anyways, let's get into this message, okay? Um, This message comes in the form of a dream. In this dream, I was at a school and the teacher was being extremely strict and writing students up before the class has started. He is constantly checking everyone. So it's like it's a teacher that is super duper strict. Like nobody, like the class haven't even started yet and they are being really mean to everybody. Hey y'all, good morning everybody. Good morning and grand rising. The scripture comes from Wisdom 12:12. For who can say to you, what have you done? Or who can oppose your decree? Or when peoples perish, who can challenge you, their maker? Or who can come into your presence as a vindicator of unjust men? For neither is there any God besides you who have the care of all that you need to show you have not unjustly condemned. Nor can any king or prince confront you on behalf of those you have punished. But as you are just, you govern all things justly. You rewarded as unworthy of your power to punish one who has incurred no blame. So here's the message, okay? So this school is representing like just life in general. And I would say like how it was happening in the dream, the teacher is representing God. Okay, so God is basically saying, look, just because you are like maybe you are in a phase where God has already let you know that you will not be going through like your season of war is over, your season of testing is over, maybe your season of turmoil is over, but that don't mean that God is not watching you in the meantime, like in between. You know what I'm saying? So regardless to what kind of season you have been through, okay? Like when class is in session, it would be like someone and I just feel like this will be like someone thinking that just because they are like whatever wrath God had them under, they're no longer in the midst of God's wrath. So now they're thinking, okay, I'm good. And now they want to go and do whatever they want to do. Mm-mm. God said, I saw that. Like, it's not a situation where like I just feel like this may be somebody that God keep getting this person behind the same thing over and over and over again. And once this person is in good graces, once the wrath is over, they go back to doing the same thing. Regardless of what it is. It could be, you know what I'm saying, a number of things. But whatever it is, regardless to if it is you know what I'm saying? What like y'all don't want me the list, but you know it could be a number of things that you got going on or that you do, and you know God don't want you doing it, and it's like you get to a point to where you stop and the wrath ends and then you pick it back up. God said don't do that. Okay? God said don't do that. He's still watching you. He is still watching you. He still got his eyes on you. He said what he said. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to what it is, if God told you to leave a person alone, you know, and this could be in a sense where God told you not to be friends with that person, God told you not to date that person, God told you they not for you, and you know you stop interacting with them and everything starts going up for you, and then you think to yourself, oh, maybe they have changed, oh, maybe I could go back to them, oh, maybe I can go back. No, God said no, it's over, it's over. And it could be good morning, it could be on the other end of somebody that is like actively trying to mess with somebody, and then they get to a point to where they stop messing with that person, they leave them alone, they not messing with them no more, God start blessing them, God starts pulling them up, And then they look back at the person, they see the person is doing good too, and it makes them upset and they want to start again. God is saying that this is not a situation where just because you are no longer feeling the anger of God and you are no longer in the midst of God's wrath, that now all of a sudden it's free game and you can do whatever you want to do. It's never going to be a situation where you can just do whatever you want to do. And I just think that for some people, that is so hard to understand about life. Like, I feel like that is why there are people that refuse to acknowledge God and refuse to acknowledge that there is a God that is judging us at all times and watching us at all times, because then they will have to acknowledge the fact that they can't do what they want to do when they want to do it. You can't just do anything. It's not okay. It's not okay. You can't just do whatever you want to do. And in reality, I always found it kind of weird when somebody is like that anyway, because why would you want to be the kind of person where you literally have the choice of doing good and the choice of doing evil and you choose evil every time? Like, what are you doing? Why I don't even understand the mindset, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how someone can just choose to whatever they doing, regardless if they picking on people, if they a bully, or if it's somebody that is always um y'all know, like people that's always sleeping with somebody else's person, or if somebody that just want to sleep around in general, or if it's somebody that they always like doing some kind of evil, they got to do some kind of harm, they can't rest easy. And it's just kind of like someone who thinks this way, they would like to think to themselves that there is no God judging them, or that they have little breaks when God not looking. God do not go on breaks. He is watching the whole time. It's not a sit. Just like in this classroom, we literally, the class hadn't started yet, but he was still saying, "Okay, I'm gonna write you up for that. I'm gonna write you up for that. I'm gonna write you," because it don't stop. It don't stop just because the you are not in the midst of a lesson, or God is not sending you on some kind of mission, or God hasn't directly sent you to someone. Maybe you are someone that God uses and God moves you around and you don't know where you're going next. You don't know what your next mission is going to be. That don't mean that while you in waiting, you can just do whatever you want to do. It's not that kind of party. It's not that kind of party, and it's never going to be that kind of party. It's never going to be a situation where you can just do whatever you want to do. And I just feel like that's the whole point. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. And if you get to a point to where you just get frustrated and I just want to do what I want to do, you already know where it's going to lead you. You know where that's going to lead you, to the place where you can do whatever you want to do, but it ain't going to be fun. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you get with the program, because heaven is a place where everybody is worshiping God. Everybody is worshiping God. And as for me, somebody that God has saved time and time again, out of some of the situations that it looked like it would be impossible, it don't even make sense sometimes. I literally, as soon as I woke up, was like, what time? I gotta, baby, gotta hurry up, get dressed, get myself together so I can go ahead and get on here and glorify God. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is saying that He watching you, even if you feel like it's a break. When I woke up, it thoughts in my head like, well, it's Christmas time. Ain't that many people gonna be on there? Da da da. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm gonna do what God told me to do. I'm gonna go ahead and glorify God, because He deserves all the praise and He deserves all the worship. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, um, even if you feel as though in this moment, like it's kind of like you on a break, like you on a vacation from actually being active. Like, it will be like you, like if you're in God's army, and instead of like you're on vacation from active duty. Understand that just because you on vacation do not mean that you have freelance and you can do whatever you want to do. It don't mean that now all of a sudden you can just start acting a fool and you can go and do this and you can do whatever. Like, no, God is still watching you. God is still watching you. And it's not a situation where he forgot that you one of his best students. It's not a situation where he don't love you. It's not a situation where he don't care about you, but it is a situation where he is watching you at all times. At all times. God don't take no breaks. And that's the message. That's the message. And just how in this dream, even when the teacher was saying things to us, we couldn't like try to tell him, well, you can't do that. Well, class haven't started yet. He ain't trying to hear that. You cannot stand to God. Just like it say in the scripture. Um, Nor can any king or prince confront you on behalf of those you have punished. But as you are just, you govern all things justly. You rewarded as unworthy of your power to punish one who has incurred no blame. So God is saying that if you're not doing nothing, he's not going to punish you. God is not going to punish you and you have done no wrong. God is not going to punish you and you like literally like, and I know sometimes when I have some prophecies, they can seem very scary. Like yesterday, baby, I had ended up watching a video, a prophecy that I released a year ago. And it was like so spot on to like situations like that for now. And I was like, dang, I was scared a little bit. But the interesting thing is and the whole purpose of the message was just because it's a lot going on, and even if you feel like you're under attack, and even if you feel like you have um a lot of other things, if while you are simultaneously doing God's work, you are simultaneously also living your life. And it's like, don't be scared. Don't be scared to live your life. Don't be scared to enjoy your life. And sometimes, I know me personally, sometimes it can be very frustrating. It can be very overwhelming to have so much going on. And I just feel like God is saying for whoever that was for, besides me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm being led to actually add that. I understand that even if you are in a position where you have somebody that may be trying to come after you, or maybe you feel as though this is gonna happen, that is gonna happen. I understand for those of you like me and like my father's side of the family, you have dreams, you have visions, and you have all other kind of things. These are warnings. You know what I'm saying? These are warnings that God gives us so that we can be prepared. And sometimes it will be things about the past, and sometimes but for the most part, these are they are intended to guide you. It's not a situation where you are supposed to be scared to live your life. Don't be scared to live your life. No, God is always with you. He always with you, and he always got your back. He is always with you, and he always got your back. And I'm just being reminded of times when I knew deep in my heart that I should have stayed home. I knew deep in my heart I shouldn't have went. I knew deep in my heart I should have found something else to do. And baby, when I say God showed up and showed out for me, showed up and showed out for me. And it was just a lesson for me as to why I should have listened to what God said. And I'm saying this to say, even if it's a situation where you don't exactly want to stay home, or maybe it's something that you shouldn't even have to stay home for, take a note of what God is warning you of and just avoid it. You know what I'm saying? And avoid it from happening. And you avoid it from happening by taking note of what God's okay, so this could okay, all right. And you just like I know I would prefer to be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to put myself in a position. I don't want to hurt anybody feelings or anything, but I prefer to be safe than sorry. I don't want to put myself like there are so many times where God warned me of something and I ignored that warning, and then I would be just hurt, mad, frustrated, and I just feel like, and that's for somebody. And understand that just because you are in your resting season, just because you on break or you on holiday, okay, whatever you want to consider it as, you are not on a mission right now. You are resting, you are chilling, you are like, this is kind of a place where you are enjoying life, okay? That does not mean that other things won't be going on, because another part of that message from a year ago, dream from a year ago, there were scenarios where I was around people and I was intended to cast the demons out of them, which I did. Then there were people I was around that had spirits in them, but it was not intended for me to cast those spirits out. That was not my purpose. My purpose was to just live my life, okay? And like I said in that message, as somebody that studied a little bit about casting out demons, you cannot cast a demon out of somebody that don't want the demon gone. You can't do it, because we already know from scripture that when you cast that demon out, if that demon come back and is welcome back, it's bringing back friends. So it's no point in trying to cast a demon out of somebody and they don't want that demon gone, and they want to hold on to it, and they want to carry on partaking in the sin that they partaking in. You might as well just leave them alone and let them do their thing, and understand that they can't touch you. Like, just let they can't touch you. Throughout that entire dream, there were like so many, it was like a situation where somebody was trying to do this, and then this person was trying to then that, and it's like every single time whatever they planned against me failed, and I carried on with what I was doing. So I'm saying this to say, the warning is there to ensure that you are aware, okay? This is like a situation where you know how sometimes we know that the enemy knows God has something for us, but we don't know exactly what it is, and the enemy don't know exactly what it is. God will prepare you so that you know when the enemy has something for you, and you don't know exactly what it is, but you know it's something. And some of you, you get to a point to where God will actually show you what the enemy is trying to plan, what the enemy wants to prepare. And God just wants you to be aware of these things. That doesn't mean the plan is going to come to pass. That like and that's just like in this message and in this scripture. God is literally saying you are not going to be punished for doing nothing. But if you are doing something, you can go ahead and expect that something may happen. You know what I'm saying? You can assume that if you are drinking and you get so drunk that you falling over stuff and you acting a fool, that yeah, you gonna fall for a scheme or a plot. Yes, you gonna be ready to fight for no reason, because that's what alcohol do. Okay, down here we call that stuff devil water. Like, that's what it do. That's what it do. That's what it do. You act a fool on it, and that's the truth. And we coming up on a holiday where everybody want to drink until they can't even stand no more. And baby, not I said the cat. I don't got time. Mm-mm. 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 I don't got time. That's all. But I just feel like this message, you know what I'm saying? If God has sent you a warning, take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need for you to go ahead. Like, if you ignore the warning that God sent you, then you can go ahead and, you know that you may fall for it. May that it may, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean that God is just not gonna be there for you at all. You know what I'm saying? He may side eye you as he pulling you up out of whatever you put yourself in. But at the same time, like, the warnings are there so you can avoid what the enemy's plans are. But still live your life, still enjoy your life. If you ain't doing nothing wrong, and you're not going around messing with people, and you're not going around doing this, that, and the third, God is not going to just allow people to just come at you, because what does it say? You regarded as unworthy of your power to punish one who has incurred no blame. If you have done no wrong and you ain't doing nothing to nobody, why would God, the Almighty, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, allow somebody to just attack you and you ain't do nothing? You have done nothing wrong. You just trying to do you. You just trying to live your life. You just trying to live your life normally. You just trying to. This is something normal that you're trying to do. And that dream. I was planning a party. This is something normal. I wasn't doing nothing out of the ordinary, and I wasn't. It wasn't a situation where I was just, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't being extra, and I wasn't doing anything to hurt anybody's feelings. I wasn't being mean, and I just feel like God is saying, when you are just living your life doing normal stuff, yeah, it may be some demons that's gonna come trying to attack you and harass you, but God not gonna let them touch you because you did nothing. You did nothing. You are not deserving of somebody to be attacking you and messing with you for no reason. But God also says that He is watching those that do wrong, regardless if He has told them they can chill and they can relax and they can do this, they can do that, and they just acting up and they think that it's party time and they want to go out, you know what I'm saying? Like people do on Bourbon Street and just act a complete fool. Baby, okay, go ahead and get ready because God is gonna have something for you because He is not asleep. Just because it's 3 a.m. and on Bourbon Street does not mean that God took a nap and He don't see you out there acting the fool. That's the message. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Deuces.